Imagine waking up tomorrow and feeling like the day is already controlling you. Emails, deadlines, chaos, stress, all before you've even had your first sip of coffee. Now, imagine starting your morning with 4 powerful statements that set the tone for your entire life. Words that protect your mind, sharpen your focus, and ignite your courage. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what to say to yourself each morning so that no matter what happens, you wake up empowered, unstoppable, and ready to take charge of your destiny. If you think mornings are just a routine, think again. They are the launch pad for your entire life. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing many people do is allow the world to set the tone for their day. They check their phones, scroll through notifications, see the news, and suddenly, without realizing it, they have handed over control of their mind to someone else. But there is a profound truth that often goes unnoticed. Every single morning, you are granted the opportunity to reclaim authority over your own life. When you say to yourself, "I am in control of my day and my choices," you are not just speaking words, you are planting seeds of power, intention, and responsibility in your mind. These words are the armor that shields you from chaos, distraction, and negativity. They remind you that no matter what external forces may try to dictate your mood, your actions, or your focus, you have the power to steer your life with purpose. It is easy to underestimate the impact of these words because control is rarely about a single grand action. It is about the accumulation of small, deliberate choices. Each decision you make in the morning, from the moment you open your eyes, sets a tone. Will you hit snooze and allow lethargy to rule your energy? Or will you rise and claim your authority over the next 24 hours? Will you react immediately to every message, every demand, every interruption? Or will you first center yourself, set your priorities, and act with intention? The difference between chaos and mastery lies in this simple acknowledgement: I am in control. To embrace this is to understand that control is not about forcing the world to bend to your will, but about bending your own mindset to align with your highest priorities. When you take ownership of your choices, you free yourself from the invisible chains of reactionary living. Life will throw endless surprises at you, some welcome, some difficult, some seemingly unfair, but none of them can rob you of your internal command unless you surrender it. Every morning, when you repeat these words, you are reminding yourself that you are the CEO of your own day. You set the meetings, you allocate the energy, you decide where your focus will go. No one else gets to draft the agenda for your life unless you give them permission. This is not arrogance, this is responsibility. This is the understanding that while you cannot control every external circumstance, you can always control how you respond. Saying, "I am in control of my day and my choices," is not a wish, it is a declaration. It is an act of rebellion against the mindset of passivity, against the habit of letting life happen to you. It is the mental equivalent of standing tall, shoulders back, and saying, "I will not be a passenger in my own life. I will drive." And driving a life with awareness requires clarity. It requires knowing what truly matters and what does not. It requires separating urgent from important, noise from signal, distraction from purpose. Control does not mean micromanaging every tiny detail. It means aligning your actions with your values, ensuring that even when chaos arrives, your inner compass remains steady. Every choice you make in the morning, no matter how small, is a vote for the kind of life you want to live. Do you choose anger, resentment, and blame, or do you choose calm, focus, and action? Do you allow yourself to be dragged into unnecessary conflicts, or do you conserve your energy for what truly moves the needle in your life? Control is exercised in these moments. It is exercised every time you pause, think, and decide instead of reacting blindly. Consider for a moment how liberating it is to understand that no one else is responsible for how you feel, how you act, or what you achieve today. The emails, the texts, the social media updates, the news headlines, the opinions of friends, family, or coworkers, they are all background noise. You may notice them, you may respond to them, but the ultimate authority rests with you. The mind that acknowledges this authority becomes a fortress. Obstacles do not feel overwhelming because they are met with clarity, not panic. Challenges do not feel like defeats because they are met with deliberate choice, not reactive fear. And the beauty of this control is that it compounds. Each morning, you remind yourself of this truth. Each day you practice it. Each choice you make intentionally rather than automatically. Your life begins to reflect the discipline of your mind. Success, peace, and achievement are not magical gifts. They are the natural byproduct of consistent, conscious control over your daily actions and decisions. But control is not static. It requires vigilance. It requires self-awareness. You must continuously monitor your thoughts, your habits, your routines, and your environment. You must ask yourself, am I leading my day, or am I being led? The moment you begin to notice patterns of reaction, distraction, or surrender, you have the opportunity to recalibrate. That is the power of claiming control every morning. The morning is the proving ground. The first hour sets the tone for everything that follows. How you respond to the first challenge, the first unexpected email, the first inconvenience determines whether your day is a series of reactions or a series of conscious decisions. By affirming your control, you are essentially giving yourself permission to be the protagonist of your own story rather than a side character in someone else's narrative. This mindset creates confidence. It creates resilience. It creates a sense of calm amidst turbulence because when you understand that no matter what happens, you can always choose your response, no one and nothing can shake the foundation of your inner peace. And let us not forget that control is intimately tied to responsibility. When you accept that you are in control, you also accept that your life is the result of your choices. There is no one to blame, no circumstance to curse, no excuse that holds power over you. Your successes, your failures, your joy, your frustration, all of it becomes yours to steward. You begin to understand that control is not restrictive, it is empowering. It does not confine you, it liberates you. It shifts your perspective from victimhood to authorship. Every morning, as you repeat the affirmation, I am in control of my day and my choices, you are training your brain to resist the autopilot of habit and to embrace conscious action. You are rewiring your mind to recognize opportunity where others see chaos, to seek solutions where others see problems, to create energy where others see exhaustion. This is how leaders are made, how dreams are realized, and how ordinary people transform into individuals who shape their destinies. Control, once internalized, spreads into every aspect of life. Relationships improve because you respond rather than react. Work becomes more productive because you prioritize rather than procrastinate. Your mindset becomes a shield against negativity because you understand that attitude is a choice, not a consequence. And it all begins with a single decision each morning to declare ownership over your day, to affirm that you will not be a passive observer, but an active participant, an intentional creator of your reality. These words are not just motivational, they are transformative. They remind you that your life is not a series of random events, but a canvas on which you can paint with deliberate strokes. You are not at the mercy of circumstance, you are the master of your actions. And mastery begins when you wake up, stand tall, breathe deep, and say, I am in control of my day and my choices. Every morning, as the sun rises and the world stirs to life, we are faced with an unspoken truth. Life is unpredictable. Challenges, obstacles, and unexpected events are not exceptions, they are constants. And yet, most people start their day with fear, doubt, and hesitation, as if every small inconvenience might shatter them. But the moment you say to yourself, I am capable of handling whatever comes my way, You are stepping into a mindset that changes everything. These words are not just affirmation, they are armor. They are a shield against uncertainty, a declaration that no matter what the day throws at you, no matter how daunting the problems, no matter how complex or overwhelming the situations might seem, you possess the inner strength, the wisdom, and the resilience to face them head on. To embrace this truth is to understand that capability is not about having control over every situation. It is about trusting in your ability to navigate it. It is the quiet confidence that arises from knowing that challenges do not define you, they refine you. Every time life tests you, it is not a judgment. It is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you imagined. Consider the countless moments in history, in the lives of great leaders, inventors, thinkers, and ordinary people, when obstacles seemed insurmountable, when the path forward was unclear, when failure loomed on the horizon. The difference between those who succumbed and those who triumphed was not the absence of difficulty. It was the belief in their own capability. And that belief begins with a simple morning declaration, I am capable. When you repeat these words, you are rewiring your mind. You are teaching yourself that fear is not a signal of weakness, but a signal of opportunity. Every anxious thought, every doubt, every moment of hesitation becomes a reminder that you are not only willing, but fully able to rise above it. Capability is nurtured in the mind before it manifests in action. When you affirm it first thing in the morning, before distractions, before negativity seeps in, you are priming yourself to act from strength, not from panic. Life does not wait for preparation. It delivers challenges without notice. But you, standing in the quiet of your morning, armed with self-belief, are already ready. You may not know the specifics of the day. There may be conflicts at work, personal disappointments, unforeseen emergencies. But capability is not about predicting every twist and turn. It is about trusting that you will rise to meet them. Every challenge is, in essence, a mirror, reflecting back your own untapped strength. Every difficulty is an invitation to practice courage, patience, persistence, and problem solving. And when you start the day with the conscious acknowledgement of your capability, you are no longer intimidated by these mirrors. You see them as opportunities to demonstrate mastery over yourself and your circumstances. Being capable does not mean being invulnerable. It does not mean you will always succeed or that you will never falter. It means that no matter the outcome, you possess the tools to endure, adapt, and respond effectively. Capability is not about perfection. It is about resilience, resourcefulness, and resolve. Each morning, you remind yourself of this truth. You create a mental framework for the day that says, I am not at the mercy of life. I am an active participant in shaping my responses. This mindset transforms ordinary mornings into moments of empowerment. It turns anxiety into preparation, doubt into confidence, and hesitation into deliberate action. Think about how many people go through life reacting to events as if they are helpless, allowing stress to dominate their decisions, letting fear dictate their choices. And now consider how radically different it is when a person believes in their capability. The world may throw fire, storms, and uncertainty at you, but when you know you can handle it, fear loses its power. You move through obstacles with clarity rather than confusion, with courage rather than panic, with persistence rather than resignation. Capability is also contagious. When you affirm it daily, it begins to influence your relationships, your work, and your environment. Others begin to see your calm under pressure, your confidence in action, and your determination to find solutions where others see problems. And this, in turn, strengthens your own belief in your ability. Every small victory reinforces the statement you made in the morning, creating a feedback loop of self-assurance and competence. Capability is strengthened through practice. Each morning, when you declare it, you are not merely speaking words. You are setting a precedent for behavior, for focus, for intentionality. You are telling your subconscious mind that you are ready, that you are prepared, and that you refuse to be overwhelmed. Over time, this belief becomes habit, and habit becomes reality. When life gets messy, as it inevitably will, you do not crumble because you have trained your mind to recognize that you have the capacity to handle adversity, to make decisions, to take action, and to endure. Even in moments of uncertainty, when the outcome is unclear, your internal dialogue, rooted in capability, becomes a guiding force. And the beauty of this is that it is not limited by external circumstances. You do not need everything to be perfect to succeed. You do not need complete information to make progress. You do not need approval to take the next step. You are capable because you have within you the mental toughness, the adaptability, and the resolve to meet whatever arises with competence. And let us not forget that capability is not just about handling crises. It is also about embracing opportunities, taking calculated risks, and stepping outside of comfort zones. Every morning, by affirming your ability to handle what comes your way, you prime yourself not only for challenges but for growth. You recognize that discomfort is not a threat, but a signal that you are expanding, that you are learning, and that you are moving closer to your potential. Capability becomes a lens through which you view every situation. You do not see obstacles as permanent barriers, but as temporary tests, solvable puzzles, and lessons to be learned. Your confidence grows not because the world changes, but because your perspective shifts. You understand that you have everything within you to adapt, to persevere, and to succeed. And so, each morning you rise and speak these words with intention, understanding, and conviction. You are reminding yourself that no matter what comes, unexpected setbacks, criticism, failures, or pressure, you have the mental and emotional resources to navigate it. You have the clarity to choose wisely, the courage to act decisively, and the strength to endure relentlessly. This is the essence of capability. It is not hypothetical, it is practical, actionable, and immediately empowering. It transforms fear into preparation, hesitation into confidence, and uncertainty into action. By starting your day with the declaration, "I am capable of handling whatever comes my way," you are setting the stage for mastery over your circumstances, resilience in the face of adversity, and unwavering faith in your own strength. You are telling yourself that no matter the twists, turns, or trials of the day, you will meet them, face them, and move forward with purpose and determination. Every morning, the mind faces a choice, a subtle yet powerful crossroads that will determine not only the tone of the day, but the trajectory of your life. On one side lies doubt, fear, negativity, and the heavy weight of what ifs. On the other side lies clarity, focus, resilience, and the uplifting energy of positivity. Most people wake up without consciously realizing that this choice exists. They allow their thoughts to drift. They absorb the anxieties of the world. They dwell on mistakes of the past. And before the day has even begun, their energy is drained and their potential is compromised. But when you consciously declare, "I choose positivity," and focus over doubt and fear, you are not merely speaking words, you are actively shaping your reality. You are taking control of your mental environment before it is hijacked by external pressures, societal expectations, or self-imposed limitations. Choosing positivity is not naive optimism. It is not pretending that challenges do not exist or that life is always fair. Choosing positivity is a deliberate act of mental leadership. It is understanding that your thoughts, your focus, and your attitude are the engines that drive your actions and ultimately your results. Doubt and fear are natural, but they become dangerous only when they are allowed to dominate. They grow stronger when you feed them with attention, when you ruminate on what could go wrong, when you let the mind wander into imagined disasters. Positivity, on the other hand, is cultivated when you intentionally direct your thoughts towards solutions, possibilities, and opportunities. It is nurtured when you acknowledge challenges but refuse to be paralyzed by them. When you start your morning by choosing focus, you are telling yourself that you will not be a slave to distraction or negativity. Focus is the lens through which you see the world with clarity. It allows you to identify what truly matters and filter out what does not. It turns overwhelming tasks into manageable steps, chaos into order, and confusion into strategy. Without focus, positivity becomes shallow, and positivity without focus becomes ineffective. The combination of both is transformative. Imagine waking up each day knowing that regardless of the chaos outside, you possess the power to control your inner world. When a problem arises, you respond with thoughtfulness rather than panic. When criticism comes, you process it constructively rather than internalize it destructively. When obstacles appear, you approach them with determination and clarity rather than being paralyzed by fear. Choosing positivity and focus is an act of courage. It requires awareness, discipline, and resilience. Fear will always attempt to whisper in your ear, telling you that you are not enough, that you cannot succeed, that the challenges are too big, that the day is too difficult. Doubt will question every decision, every plan, and every effort. But when you declare your choice for positivity and focus, you are essentially saying, I will not be a prisoner of my own mind. I will not allow uncertainty to dictate my actions. I will rise above. And rising above is not a passive act. It is an active engagement with life. It is noticing the creeping thoughts of negativity and consciously redirecting your mental energy toward what empowers you. It is recognizing fear, but refusing to act under its influence. It is acknowledging doubt, but refusing to let it derail your purpose. Positivity does not mean ignoring reality. It means reframing reality. It is the understanding that within every challenge lies a lesson. Within every setback lies an opportunity, and within every failure lies a seed of growth. Focus ensures that you do not get lost in the noise, the distractions, or the endless stream of trivial concerns that can consume energy and dilute intention. By combining positivity with focus, you create a mental fortress that protects your time, energy, and emotional state from being hijacked. This combination becomes a force multiplier for every action you take. The first moments of your day are sacred because they set the tone for everything that follows. If you start the morning lost in doubt, fear, and distraction, the day will reflect that chaos. If you start with intentional positivity and clear focus, you set a foundation that allows every decision, every interaction, and every task to be approached with strength and clarity. Choosing positivity and focus also impacts those around you. Energy is contagious. When you walk into a room with calm, confidence, and a solution-oriented mindset, you influence the people you meet. Conversations become productive, relationships become stronger, and environments become more conducive to success. Conversely, allowing doubt and fear to dominate not only undermines your potential, but can spread negativity to those around you, creating unnecessary friction, stress, and conflict. This is why the morning declaration is so critical. You are not only shaping your inner state, but also influencing the outer world through the energy you bring into it. Furthermore, positivity and focus are practical tools, not abstract ideals. They translate into action, productivity, and results. Positivity fuels creativity, motivation, and resilience. Focus fuels discipline, efficiency, and clarity. Together, they allow you to approach problems methodically, to navigate complexity with grace, and to maintain momentum even in the face of resistance. Life will always test your mindset. Challenges will appear that demand courage, patience, and wisdom. Stress will attempt to cloud judgment, fear will attempt to freeze action, and doubt will attempt to undermine confidence. But when your foundation is rooted in positivity and focus, these forces lose their power. You see them for what they are, temporary obstacles, not permanent barriers. You respond rather than react. You act rather than hesitate. You move forward rather than retreat. Each morning, as you declare your choice, you are training your mind. You are teaching yourself that happiness, clarity, and productivity are not random. They are cultivated through intentional thought and deliberate focus. You are reminding yourself that you are not a passive participant in life, but an active creator of your experience. This choice is empowering because it transfers responsibility from the uncontrollable external world to your own conscious control. No longer are you at the mercy of circumstances, opinions, or setbacks. You are the driver of your own emotional state and the architect of your own day. The more consistently you practice this choice, the stronger it becomes. Over time, positivity becomes your default perspective, focus becomes your automatic habit, and doubt and fear lose their grip. This creates a feedback loop of confidence, clarity, and empowerment that accelerates personal growth, achievement, and fulfillment. And so, each morning, as you rise, breathe, and prepare to face the day, you must actively choose. You must say to yourself with conviction, I choose positivity, and focus over doubt and fear, knowing that these words are not passive, they are action. They are the first step in a chain of intentional decisions that shape the course of your life. They are a commitment to rise above negativity, to direct your energy toward what matters, and to approach every situation with clarity, courage, and determination. This declaration is a statement of ownership over your mind, your day, and ultimately, your destiny. It is a promise to yourself that no matter what arises, you will meet it with a mindset of empowerment rather than a mindset of defeat. Positivity and focus are your allies, your weapons, and your guiding lights in a world that constantly tests your resolve. By consciously choosing them every morning, you are not only preparing yourself for the challenges of the day, but also shaping the life you are determined to create. Every morning presents a crossroads, a moment where thought meets action, where dreams are either pursued or postponed. Most people wake up and let the day unfold without intention. They scroll through their phones, react to emails, respond to requests, and drift through hours without meaningful progress. But the truth is this: the distance between where you are now and where you want to be is measured not by inspiration or hope alone, but by action. When you say, I will take action today toward my goals and dreams, you are making a commitment to yourself, a sacred agreement that the day ahead will not be wasted, that time will not slip through your fingers, and that your aspirations will not remain fantasies. Action is the bridge between desire and reality. You may have vision, you may have motivation, you may have clarity about what you want in life, but without action, nothing changes. Dreams require movement, plans require execution, and goals demand consistent effort. Declaring this commitment each morning is a way of anchoring yourself in responsibility and purpose. It is a conscious decision to turn intention into tangible results. Taking action is not about doing everything at once. It is not about overloading yourself with tasks or forcing progress through sheer exhaustion. It is about identifying the steps that matter most, prioritizing them, and then committing to move forward one deliberate step at a time. Every small action compounds into larger results, and every morning that you affirm this principle, you set the tone for momentum to build. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. The longer you wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect opportunity, the further your dreams drift from your grasp. There will never be a flawless moment. Life is messy, unpredictable, and challenging. But action transforms possibility into reality. Action, even imperfect action, is far more powerful than idle planning, wishful thinking, or waiting for circumstances to align. By affirming that you will take action today, you are training yourself to move despite fear, uncertainty, or doubt. Fear will tell you that you are not ready, that you are not equipped, that failure is inevitable. Doubt will whisper that the task is too big, the dream too distant, or the path too difficult. But action is what neutralizes these obstacles. Every step you take, no matter how small, is proof that you are capable, that you are committed, and that you refuse to let your life be dictated by hesitation or indecision. Action is also about discipline. Motivation alone is fleeting. It comes and goes like waves, but action grounded in discipline is reliable. It ensures that progress is made consistently, even when energy is low, even when circumstances are challenging, even when excitement has faded. By choosing each morning to take action, you are anchoring yourself in a routine of execution. You are telling yourself that you will not rely solely on feelings or mood to guide your efforts. Instead, you will act with intentionality, with purpose, and with consistency. Another essential aspect of taking action is clarity of goals. To act without direction is to move aimlessly. But when you know what you want and you commit daily to steps that move you closer to it, each action becomes meaningful. Your efforts compound, focus intensifies, and results begin to manifest. The brain responds to repeated action, habits form, confidence grows, and the path to your dreams becomes clearer with every deliberate effort. Taking action also involves courage. Every meaningful goal carries risk. Every dream demands sacrifice. Every pursuit exposes you to uncertainty, failure, and criticism. But by committing to action, you choose courage over comfort. You acknowledge that discomfort is temporary, but the rewards of effort are lasting. You accept that failure is not final, but a necessary teacher on the road to mastery. Each morning, when you say, "I will take action today toward my goals and dreams," you are giving yourself permission to step into the discomfort of growth. You are breaking free from the paralysis of overthinking, from the trap of perfectionism, from the illusion that waiting will somehow make things easier. Action propels you forward, even when conditions are imperfect, even when doubt lingers, even when obstacles appear insurmountable. Furthermore, taking action is a commitment to ownership. It is a declaration that your life, your success, and your fulfillment are your responsibility. No one else will do the work for you. No one else will chase your dreams, make your plans a reality, or endure the sacrifices required. By acting daily, you step fully into the role of creator, architect, and executor of your own destiny. Action transforms thinking into results, effort into progress, and dreams into reality. Each morning provides a fresh canvas, an opportunity to add brushstrokes to the masterpiece of your life. The first hours of your day are when momentum is most easily built, when energy is at its peak, when clarity is strongest. Choosing action at this time ensures that the day works for you, not against you. Moreover, taking action develops resilience. The act of moving forward, even in the face of difficulty, builds confidence and inner strength. It teaches that setbacks are temporary, obstacles are surmountable, and that persistence creates breakthroughs where inaction only breeds regret. The person who acts consistently, even imperfectly, is the person who eventually achieves mastery. Action is not only about productivity, it is also about self-respect. Each step taken toward your goals reinforces the belief that you are serious about your dreams, that you value your time, and that you are committed to your own growth. It is a statement to yourself and the world that you will not be passive in the face of opportunity or challenge. Every morning, this affirmation is a reminder to translate vision into reality, intention into effort, and potential into achievement. It sets the standard for your behavior, dictates the rhythm of your day, and shapes the trajectory of your life. By taking action daily, you create a ripple effect. Momentum builds, confidence grows, opportunities appear, and results compound over time. Dreams that once seemed distant become attainable. Goals that once felt overwhelming become manageable. Life, once chaotic and reactive, begins to align with your efforts and your intentions. And so, each morning, as you rise and prepare to face the day, you must make this choice consciously. You must speak these words with intention, understanding, and conviction. I will take action today toward my goals and dreams. Not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel ready, but today. Today is the gift, the opportunity, and the proving ground for your aspirations. Every step you take is a victory, every effort compounds, and every action moves you closer to the life you envision. This is the essence of progress, the power of discipline, and the key to transforming potential into reality. By committing to action each morning, you are not only setting yourself up for success, but you are also cultivating a mindset that refuses stagnation, rejects excuses, and embraces the relentless pursuit of growth, achievement, and fulfillment.